Hey guys, I got the new TRD PRO V2 Grille here from yotaverse. They sent this out to me to check it out. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it into my truck, show you guys how to install one of these, and kind of mock up how you wire it up. Let's hop into this. It's gonna be pretty good. Because I already have the TRD PRO Grille in my truck, my installation is a little bit different. I only need a pry tool and a 10mm. If you're running a stock grill, you're gonna need a screwdriver as well, and some other tools. I think, if I remember correctly, maybe not. There's more bolts and more screws you have to remove if you haven't ever done this before. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this 10mm and this 10mm right here. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. Next step is you gotta remove this plastic clippy thing here. I got my plastic pry tool, and you just kind of gotta push down the edges while you push it down. Then you gotta press down on this clip right here and get that pushed out after you remove this plug right here. Using your pry tool, you go ahead and remove these little plastic clips as well. And you just go ahead and pull that out just like that. I was mistaken. You are going to want to get a screwdriver for this. You got a screw here and a screw there you're going to need to remove, and a screw there. Just got the grill snapped into place there. Got some lights wired up. It's kind of what we're working with right now. What do you guys think about that? Pretty hard to film because these lights are very bright. That right there is when the hazards are on. It's got switchbacks in it. And then they switch back to white just like that. That looks pretty awesome. Super hard to film. Sorry if you guys are having trouble seeing. And this is it, guys, with just the running lights on and the Raptor lights. I'm on the fence here about my opinion about this. Don't know if I'm going to keep it in myself, but it does look pretty neat. I'm not too big into the crazy lights, but it looks pretty neat. All right, guys, I got the grill installed here. I know I didn't show too many steps on how to install this grill, so if you have any questions, please check this video out right here. I went way more in depth on my TRD PRO grill, and it shows that what the stock grill looks like when you take it out, because there's more steps there. So if you have any questions, check that video out right here. But taking a look at this grill with the lights wired up and in the truck, I was on the fence at first when I got this grill. I didn't think I was going to run it, so we just kind of mocked it up in there just to get it what it looks like. So the wiring is just kind of tapped on the battery right now. But after looking at it and seeing what the lights look like on, I'm a big fan of it. So now I have to sit down and figure out how to wire this up. Unfortunately, this grill is not a plug and play grill, so you have to splice into the wiring harness. That is the only way to get this stuff to work. Now, you can just tap the Raptor lights onto a fuse, not a big deal. But to run these guys right here is a whole nother process. You want these to turn on with your DRLs, but there's no DRL fuse in this truck. It runs on a relay, so you can't just do a fuse tap there. There comes the task where you're gonna have to splice into your wiring harness. I need to sit down and think about how I want to do this to make sure I'm not going to mess it up, because I would hate to ruin my actual headlights trying to splice into this. I'm worried about water getting on them, and I just, I could easily cut the wire, splice it in, and it'd be good. But I'm worried about water, and I want it to be perfect. The other feature of these grill lights is it can be hooked up to the turn signals, and they're actually switchbacks. So I can make it go from white when the turn signals are off, and then when the turn signals are on, it blinks orange like this. That's an awesome feature, and I think it looks very unique and it's cool. But you also have to splice into that. You can hit the fuse, but then it will just turn orange all the time whenever you turn a turn signal on, whenever it gets power. You need to hit turn signal when each side is flashing. There's 2 wires for that. So then you have to splice in 2 wires for each turn signal. So altogether, you're gonna have to splice in 3 wires to get these to work how they're supposed to work and how they look on the ad. Not a big deal if you're okay with splicing into your stuff. I, for one, very hesitant about doing it, especially in the engine bay where water can go. So I got to sit down, figure it out. I'm going to do a follow-up video on this and how to wire this up correctly, because I don't think anyone's even showed how to wire this up yet. So it's kind of a mystery. So I'm going to sit down, figure it out. I'm in a rush today. I don't have time to do it. But I like the grill. It's going to be in the truck. I just got to figure out how to wire them up, because I want it to work just like this, how it's supposed to, because I think it looks awesome. Also, a big shout out to yotaverse for sending this grill out. Let me do a video on it. Let me show you guys this awesome grill. It'll be in the description if you want to tackle this challenge of getting these lights wired up on your own before I get mine done. Pretty awesome. Let me know in the comments, guys, if you like this grill. I know a lot of people are on the fence about the Raptor lights and the lights in the grill. I was too, but seeing it on my truck and seeing it lit up at night, I actually really like it. So big fan of this. Leave a like, hit a comment, it means a lot to me. Hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 10,000, almost there. I will see you guys in the next video. Do me a favor, check out this video right here. It's pretty good, and I'll see you in the next one.